Welcome to Main Street, USA.
It's the heart of America, the heartbeat of a holiday. Hey, hey. Or at least that's what the song says. This video is going to be a little different than usual in the sense of it's going to be a bit more edutainment, as Walt called it, regarding the secrets, stories, and magic all about my home, Main Street, USA.
So y'all know this iconic view, but first let's break this down a little bit.
So Main Street, USA is actually modeled after Walt Disney's boyhood home of Marceline, Missouri. Walt Disney was big into the whole Americana thing, and thus Main Street was created. And Main Street is actually set on the 4th of July, 1915. So it's all very American, very patriotic, very Midwestern, very Walt Disney, I guess. So as a byproduct of that, Main Street, USA always had a lot of Walt in it, which for me personally, as you know, the history geek, I fell in love with that from like really early on.
And I'll give him credit, Main Street always kind of felt like home to me. So when I was told I would actually be working on Main Street, I mean, I just blew up. I was overjoyed. It just, I don't know, I do feel like home here.
But one of the coolest things about Main Street is actually the overall layout and design of the entire thing as a whole. Okay, so before there was Disneyland, before there was Walt Disney World, before theme parks were ever created, the Walt Disney Company was obviously a movie studio. So when they started making Disneyland and eventually Walt Disney World, they all thought very much like a movie studio.
And thus, the entirety of Main Street, USA is actually modeled after and serves as an homage to movie theaters and film.
I know, but let me explain.
So when you first enter into Magic Kingdom, you actually can't even see the castle at all. You just see the train station, which, in 1915, is how everybody would have gotten here.
Somebody actually just walked by me and was like, "Oh, I love how you can't see the castle until you get all the way in." I'm like, well, that's the point. Let me tell you about it.
So on either side of the train station are these tunnels in which you will, quote, leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy.
And in terms of the movie metaphor, these are actually going to be the gates into the theater.
Because as you pass through these archways, you are greeted with posters of Disney attractions. Quite literally, previews of coming attractions like in a movie theater. They're like movie posters, basically. And as you go past the posters under the second archways, you are greeted with, wait, where's the castle?
Those people right behind me were just like, whoa, it's a whole city made of Disney, and I'm just like, yeah, pretty much. Like I said, they designed this all like a movie, so what you see when you come through the gates is the wide shot. In order to get the close-up, you gotta go forward, which is just, it makes so much sense.
It's only after you round the turn do you get the money shot. And of course, the castle is the star.
And if you haven't had enough movie metaphor yet, the streets are red to symbolize the red carpet.
And sometimes on the red carpet, they have parties!
Your hands!
Let's party up!
Yes!
Celebrate!
All right, Magic Kingdom, everybody!
I love my side.
And we say, hi-yo, hi-yo, ho-ho, hi-yo, hi-yo, time to party up. Okay, let's focus. So back to the movie metaphor. So movies take a lot of creative people to make, and theme parks even more so. But in movies, they have credits sequences to acknowledge the people that helped create the movie. So where's the credit sequence in Main Street, you ask? Well, just look on the second floor.
This is probably my favorite fact or secret about Main Street, is that if you look on the second floor, almost all of the windows have names on them. And those names are names of Imagineers who helped create, design, and build Walt Disney World.
So first of all, let that sink in. Is that not the coolest thing? All of the names on the second floor of Main Street are real people. And a lot of them are accompanied by fictional company names. Now, the company names are fake, but what's cool about those is that the names of the companies will actually resemble the job that they did to help create Walt Disney World. Everything has meaning! Okay, example 1, on top of the confectionery.
So Disneyland opened in 1955, and Walt Disney passed away in 1966, so he sadly never got to see the completion of his Disney World project.
But Roy Disney, Walt's brother and lifelong business partner, came out of retirement, renamed the project Walt Disney World in his brother's honor, and took over the project to completion.
And thus, on the foot of Main Street, on top of the confectionery, is Roy Disney's window, Chairman. Another cool window on the confectionery is General Joe's building permits. Joe being an actual general, General Joe Potter, who helped Roy Disney in the groundbreaking layout and just overall design and creation of Magic Kingdom.
Another one of my favorite windows is above the Starbucks, and it's one of my favorites because the tribute to this person has absolutely nothing to do with what they did to help create Magic Kingdom. So Dick Nunes on the top, middle, and bottom left window was known throughout the company for being really athletic and was often at the brunt of jokes for being so buff. So, for his Main Street tribute, they made him the supervisor of the gym. And Ron Miller, Walt Disney's son-in-law, was also known throughout the company for working out a lot, so they made him the night manager of the gym. Honestly, I could talk about the Main Street windows all day. I love those, but there's so much more to talk about, like how all of Main Street is built using forced perspective, which means that each story is slightly smaller than the previous one, giving the illusion that the buildings are actually bigger than they really are. The castle uses this technique as well. The castle is actually only 189 feet tall, or 183 from water level, for all you geeks out there. Because if they made it 200 feet or taller, they would have to put a little blinking red light on top of it for planes, and that's not Disney look. So they made it just smaller than that, and used forced perspective. Okay, so now I'm walking through the ice cream parlor, and it smells really good. And it's supposed to, because Disney uses these things called smellitzers. Now, what are smellitzers? Smellitzers are devices that actually pump certain smells into the area. At the confectionery, it's cotton candy. At the ice cream parlor, it's waffle cone. And they use them in the rides, too, to just make it smell authentic. Ah, the smell of knowledge and humidity. Wait, I got too close to the castle. I have to go back down Main Street. You can tell how long I've been trying to make this video because the dance party's happening again. Hi-yo, hi-yo, ho, ho. I have to go all down the street.
There's a party going on!
Okay, I'm back at the train station, which is what I'm gonna talk about next. This video started to have a format, and it's slowly declining. Okay, let's talk about the trains. Trains were always a big part of Walt Disney's life. Of course, he traveled from Kansas and Illinois to California on a train. He actually created Mickey Mouse, along with his wife and Ub Iwerks, on a train. And I think they always kind of symbolized Americana to him, so he always loved trains. And actually, before the idea of Disneyland came to be, he actually had designed and built a 1/8 scale model train in his backyard. And there he is, there's Walt, on the Carrollwood Pacific Railroad. He was just a big kid. And so when they were creating Disneyland, one of the first attractions he wanted to have there was a train. So they have a train, and we have the train. We actually have 4 different locomotives.
The Walter E. Disney, of course. The Lily Bell, named after Walt's wife. The Roy O. Disney, named after Walt's brother. And the Roger E. Broggie, named after Walt's first Imagineer, train aficionado, and audio animatronics wizard. So if somehow you haven't figured it out yet, I love Disney because of the details. And one of the details is on this clock right here, because that is the incorrect Roman numeral for 4. But apparently in the 1900s, that was the old Roman numeral for 4. So that's a little symbol of authenticity.
Also, this big train board behind me, all the names of the trains are mostly references. For example, Marceline. That's just white. Marceline. Walt Disney's boyhood home.
Ah, they turned the lights on. Oh, it's so beautiful at night. Oh, that guy was so courteous.
Well, the lights are turning on, the sun is turning off, and my arm's getting tired, so now it's time for random trivia. We have a daily flag retreat ceremony with the Main Street Philharmonic.
This stuff we put in the train tracks is called cheese. That's Walt Disney's birth year. Steinmaus.
Here's a random fact for you. In the handbag shop, the wallpaper on here is actually the wallpaper in the foyer in the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland. How's that for niche trivia?
They seasonally replace the flowers.
We have authentic Main Street vehicles that can drive you to the castle. You can actually send mail from Main Street. This statue of Walt and Mickey is named Partners and actually wasn't in the parks until the 90s.
This is not the Disney family crest. And in every park, Walt Disney has a window facing the castle.
And Main Street is at its most beautiful at night, so I think this is where I'll leave you. If you like this, tell me and I'll make more informational videos. Likes, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. I'll see you later. Bye!